What is going on, guys? My name is Amos and welcome to yet another video. So in this video we are going to be talking about something that is very fascinating, and is going to be les opérations sur les ensembles. So the first operation that we're going to talk about is going to be the union of sets, l'union des ensembles, basically. So that is what we're going to be talking about. Now, a formal way of trying to say that, well, we have A union B. So A union B is going to be defined as the set of all elements X in E such that X is in A or X is in B. Now, because I've written this, like a million times now, so anytime you see a capital letter, I'm basically talking about sets. And then here I'm now talking about the idea of subsets. So A and B are subsets of the set E. All right, because so every element in this set is going to be a set E. So you can think of this as your universal set. That is going to have the two sets A and B. So X is an element. So whenever we have this, so pay attention to the logical connectors that we are using. So here we are using a disjunction here. So whenever we try to say that we want to take the union of two sets, we are trying to mean this. So the union is going to be defined as the set of all elements X in the set E such that X is in A or X is in the set B. Now let me give you guys a quick example. So if A is the set 1, 2, 3, and B is the set that 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. Well, the set A union B is going to be the set of all elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So basically, there you have it, guys. That is your A union B. It's not something that is hard to remember. So whenever an element is in the set A, or whenever the element is also in the set B, or even if it is in both sets, it has to be included in the union. But we don't have to if it is in a case where the element is both in the set A and also in the set B. We just have to write it once. We don't have to write it maybe twice, because it appears twice, that is in the set A and in the set B. All right. So what are some of the properties, or what are some of the important things that you're supposed to know with regards to when you're talking about the union of sets? Well, A is always going to be a subset of the set A union B, and B is always going to be a subset of the set A union B. So A is always going to be a subset of the set A union B, and B is also going to be a subset of the set A union B. So that is something that is very, very important to remember. And that now the third property that the second property that I'm going to illustrate, I'm going to give you guys, is that A union the empty set is always going to be the set A, and A union A is always going to be the set A, because, well, if you look at the first one, A union the empty set is A, because the empty set does not have any elements, so it has to just be the set A. Now A union A, we're taking into consideration the same set, so it has to be the set A. And what else? And A union E is going to be the set E. Now, if you look at the last one, it's maybe it might take maybe a moment to understand. Well, if you look at this, like I had put it, so E is going to be the universal set. So the sets A and B are in the set E. All right. So E, where now let's say A is a subset of E. A is a subset of E. So if A is a subset of E, the set A union E is actually going to be the set E, because this is going to this makes sense. So if you have your A like this and you have your E, well, taking the union of these two sets is just going to be taking the set E, because every element of the set A is also an element of the set E. All right, that is also something that you guys are supposed to keep in mind. And another thing is that the union of sets is commutative. The union of sets is going to be commutative. So I can say something like A union B is equal to B union A. So we basically have commutativity. And number 4 is that the union is associative. So A union B union C is going to be equal to A union B union C. Easy to remember and easy to understand. Great. So this is going to be associativity. So the union is commutative. The union is as well associative. All right. So that is all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.